Welcome back. It's been a while. It's been a hot fucking second. I don't know if that got picked up, but it told me recording was in progress. Very American. But yeah, welcome back to the Grant Zero podcast. It's been a hot second since I started recording. I've been taking a bit of time just to de-stress, reevaluate, re-engage, that sort of thing. Yeah, just taking a bit of me time to get the old noggin right. But before I start this episode, today, 29th of June, is my eldest daughter's birthday. And, you know, she's 10 today. And for one, don't look old enough to have a fucking 10-year-old, but do. Just kidding. But I still remember, like, not so much finding out that we were going to have Jess, but it was more when she actually came out, and then it hit me. It was like, yeah, dad now. It's time for you to stop being such a fucking idiot. It took me a while, don't get me wrong, but you know, and nobody gives you a step-by-step guide really on how to be a dad, because everybody's different. Like, I'm different to my old man. My brother's different to my old man. I'm different to my brother. I'm different to the missus's old man, etc., etc. But what you do is you pick up little traits, little commonalities, little things that help guide you into becoming a dad. But fuck me, is it a difficult job? You know, it's got to be the hardest but most rewarding job ever. But it's not a written out aid memoir, step by step, A to Z. This is how you are a dad. And if I'm honest, you got to wing it most of the time. No cuff too tough. You just got to do what you think is right. And now I'm lucky. I had parents that were very loving, very guiding. They weren't strict, but then again, they didn't take no shit either. I was never hit or anything like that. I didn't need to. Mum had a look that you thought, if I fuck her off, she's going to destroy me. My dad literally had a voice, raised his voice slightly, and you're like, oh, fuck. So you sort of take those little things and you try your best. You know, nobody's expecting miracles from a dad straight away. You know, it's pretty much learn on the job. I never took a class on how to fucking change a nappy, on what happens when they start teething. What is this wee beige jobby that has just appeared in a nappy? What is this pickle fucking coloured shitting machine? But yeah, you just got to get on and go with it, go with the flow, as they say. And for me, it is the most rewarding and the best thing that's ever happened to me was become a dad. Jess, she gave me a scare when she first came out, wasn't breathing, sure. Also late, so she takes after her mum's side of the family for that, always late. But as soon as I laid eyes on her, I was, you know, that is true love personified. That is, you know, I would die for that kid. I'd do anything for her. She's amazing. And credit to the missus. She had a tough job while I was away, looking after her for the first, well, pretty much year or so. And you know, I've been fighting back ever since to try and gain as much time as I can with her, because you know, that 7 month, that year that I was away, that was a huge part of her sort of development stage, and Daddy wasn't there. I came back. She was like, who's this geezer? Who's this chap that's just appeared?" Um, but yeah, she really is my little best mate. You know, her and her sister, they're my fucking apples of my eye. And yeah, like I said, a credit to the missus, and I'll take some of the credit, but she is the most adorable, kind, beautiful, funny, annoying, little lady. She's so gentle and courteous, and just a just a nice person. And I know all parents think that of their kids, but I generally think that she is a good sausage. She is a good egg. And knowing that she can go off to her mate's house, and I don't need to worry because she doesn't swear. She isn't rude. She doesn't play up. Yeah, she has got a bit of a preteen attitude going on and a little mix of her father's temper, but that's just for mummy and daddy to see. When she's with someone else, like, it is an honor to have her in as my daughter. It's an absolute privilege. She is a little superstar, and she suffers a little bit from anxiety, which I think she gets that from both me and the missus. And when it comes to schoolwork and taking tests, and you see her getting worked up, overthinking, and it's just it is kind of cute to see, but also you have to try and guide her in the right way. But she really is a little superstar, and I just want to dedicate this part of the podcast solely to her. She loves the podcast. Not that she listens to it much, bad language. So if you are listening, Jessica, turn it off. You've had your little, you know, nah, but she's amazing. That's all I need to say. And I am a proud dad. I always have been. Her achievements are way up there. Anything she does, I'd probably blow it out of proportion. But she's amazing, simply put, and I love her to bits. I really do. I really, it's undeniable. And there's not enough words in the English language to describe the love that a dad has for his daughter. I mean, I am part of the Daddies with Pretty Daughters Hunting Club, and her boyfriends are going to get a shock, you know. But I would do anything for my kids, and yeah. So happy birthday, Sprog. It's just a Sprog, little creature, but I love her. But anyway, onto a separate segue now. We've got under 2 weeks now to the big football match. I just want to talk about something in particular that I've noticed in myself personally, and it's not the fact that I'm getting fitter, because I'm still rotund and still not at any sort of peak fitness, but that's not what this is about. Excuse me. It's how I am mentally now. I had that huge blip, drunk too much, um, had an almost a meltdown. I was going to stop the podcast. I was going to cancel the football match, and it wasn't until I actually took a proper deep breath, had a proper conversation with the missus, um, which is something that I wouldn't have done normally. I wouldn't have been talking about that sort of stuff. I would have just fucking soaked it up and got on with it. But it was at that stage I scared her, I scared myself, and I was like, I can't do this again. And it's little things like not coming down here to record, and not being able to see your mates and whatnot. And that's the big thing that I'm going to talk about now is that social contact. And I've said it loads of times on the podcast before, how well we have done as a society with using Zoom, Teams, Skype, etc., to stay in comms with loved ones and friends and family and whatnot. However, there is nothing like the physical social interaction. Now, the last month, 2 months, I've been running little football training sessions for the lads for this big game. I've been getting 7 or 8 of the lads that live down south into the sports park just to have a game of football. I'd make up some drills and then we'd go for a pint afterwards. But just doing a little bit of fizz, it's not too strenuous, although last night was a bit strenuous. But that little bit of fizz and that little bit of social interaction, that banter, you're bouncing off each other, you're having a laugh, you're having a pint, you're talking about everything. Could be anything. Work, home life, the football. It's literally everything. But my God, there's something about that social interaction between people physically that makes you feel better. And it's something that the doctor should prescribe it. That's probably why they say to go to therapists, etc., to talk about your problems, because you're having that back and forth. And I highly recommend it. Getting a gym partner, going to a football training, just going for a pint down the pub with a mate. It's amazing what social interaction really does to the mind. And it really has helped me especially these last couple of weeks. We're getting closer to the game. I was getting extremely stressed, trying to find sponsors for the football match, trying to pay off bits for the Spurs legends for the pitch hire, getting the programs done, the posters done, getting the raffle prizes, etc., And I was doing the majority of this on my Todd, on my loans, and all on me onesie, savvy. And the stress was building up on my shoulders, and I'm quite broad-shouldered. I can usually take that sort of stuff, but it was starting to wear me down. I was getting stupid little comments from people within the football group. You know who you are, dickhead. That just wasn't really helping. It's like, no, I need a little bit of help here, but I'm too stubborn to say I need a little bit of help here. But it did come. And we got it all sorted. We got it all paid off. The kit's getting printed. Raffle prizes are here, and in under 2 weeks, we're going to put the strip on. We're going to go out and we're playing against a group of old pros, and we're going to hold our own. But having that beer after the session, after running around like a lunatic trying to kick a football properly, having that beer, having that laugh, it's like the old saying, laughter really does cure everything. It does. You feel so much better if you're smiling, if you're laughing. And having that little moment could actually save someone's life in the long run. And it really is important to interact with friends, not just through the phone or through Teams or Skype, FaceTime, that sort of thing. That is a good start, but there's nothing like face to face, And yeah, sort of coming on to the next point, like I heard, can't remember if it was on the radio or or what, or the news about the new, we'll get on to the other bit in a minute, the new health secretary saying that we're now getting to the point where we're not going to eradicate the virus, so we're going to have to live with it and sort of go with it, and we're never going to be free from it. I'm pretty sure 99.9% of the population, who the majority of are not medically trained, yeah, have said that, have said that we're going to have to live with it now. We're going to have to just do our best. And it just proves that that other dickhead was a dickhead. Who pretty much, it seems, has kept everyone in a lockdown so that he could gallivant around willy-nilly, finger blasting his fucking hired help, his fucking PA or whatever she fucking is, whose brother has got some sort of deal with the NHS through this fucking PPE stuff. Hey, is he going to get investigated for that? Because he's definitely pumping one up her with his fucking love juice. And she's going, oh yeah, I'll pass that on to my brother. Not the love juice, but, you know, the contract. Keep it in the family. And he's going, yeah. You fancy another year 8 snog behind the door? Oh. You telling me you didn't know there was a camera there? Are you an idiot? Of course there was. He's checking me on the door. Ooh. Oh no, it's the coast is clear. Let me grab your bum. Let me have a little fondle. Let me have a little titty grab. Ooh. Fancy going a couple of knuckles deep? No? Maybe later? Let me fuck the NHS and the country a bit more. And I'll come and give you a good fucking seeing too, you fucking slutty sort. Put it nicely, Matt Hancock, you're a cunt. You fake tears. Oh, we've had the first jab. Oh. Congratulations, William Shakespeare got the first jab. Oh, so proud. Fuck you. You fucking slimy little cunts. Fucking constable. You know, he literally took Eat Out to Help Out to a whole new meaning, didn't he? The fucking selfish little cunt stun. Definitely meant cunt stain, but you know. But yeah, he really riles me up. And I've said far too many expletives there for my daughter to actually listen to this episode. But I'll snip it for her and I'll send it. But yeah, it's just fucking infuriating, isn't it? It really is. I'm sure the whole country was like outrageous. Yes, the memes are funny as fuck. Don't get me wrong. But hey, you're taking the piss. You really are. But yeah. But on to another quick subject, as seeing as it's the 29th, and today is the last 16 clash against the old enemy. England versus Germany at Wembley. I'm quietly optimistic about this game. This could go and bite me in the ass. I haven't been overly impressed with Germany. Again, could bite me in the ass. A lot of people will probably go, but Tommo, England have been great. No, they haven't. But we haven't conceded a goal. So defensively, solid. Yeah. But we shall see. It depends on what fucking Mr. Southgate does. He's got to be adventurous. It's the last 16. We have to score goals, you know? We can't just fucking stroll about passing it backwards. You got to attack. You got to score goals. That's what we want to see. We want to celebrate. I also think the Euros has come at a fucking spot on time, you know. Yes, we were all a bit gutted that the 21st of June, wasn't the freedom date. They've moved that on. But we all knew that was going to happen because he's a dickhead. However, you've still been able to watch the football in the pub. You've still been able to get tickets if you needed to. 22,000 fans in a stadium the size of Wembley is a lot, but there's still fans there. It's still people screaming, shouting, celebrating, and it's like a big weight has been lifted, like the curse has come off. Nobody really gives a shit about this fucking pandemic anymore. They're like, is it Corona? Is it? Is it though? Should we move on though? Yeah. Funky. Let's get on. Cosmic. Let's just get on with it. And the football really does. Those people that don't like football, hey, you're not a human. You're an alien. If you don't like football, you're alien. I'm not a football fan. Try watching the game. You don't have to understand what they're doing, but just feel the passion of it. Yeah. Feel what it does to people. It's like a religion. In fact, if anything, it's better than religion. Doesn't tend to start wars. It does start a few fights though, with hooligans. Yeah, but not wars. But yeah, the passion, the feeling of when the ball hits the net, and you're like, yes, fucking come on, England. You add an extra fucking letter into fucking England. England. It's amazing. What does annoy me though about football, mainly the home nations, sing your national anthem with a bit of pride. Yeah? Belt that motherfucker out. You sing God Save the Queen as loud as you can. You do that. Get that fucking fire in your fucking belly and you fucking belt it out. Not like with pride, motherfucker. With fucking pride. Coming from your fucking soul. Yeah. 96 they did. You watch it, 96, go back in time. Watch those motherfuckers sing the national anthem in 96. I think it was Michael Ball was supposed to be doing the fucking actual singing of the national anthem. Didn't even sing it. Didn't need to. The players were belting out and the whole stadium was. That is passion. That is sexy. That is hot. That makes you want to fucking go out and that makes you want to beat the Germans again. That's what we want. Have a bit of passion, a bit of pride. You're wearing your country's colours. Yeah. The Welsh fucking football team, they need to start singing like the Welsh rugby team. Belt that thing out. You're Welsh, you can all sing. It's like a rule. But yeah, should be interesting tonight. Should be good. Should be a good laugh. Should be awesome. But what I want to just take from this quick episode, it's only a quick one, until I start actually getting some guests in again. If they don't cancel on me, because Jack is fuck. Well, is yeah, you can now be social. Go and meet people. Socially distancing, of course. Fuck off. Go and meet people. Have a conversation face to face. I know a lot of people like me don't like crowds as much. feel a bit funny. It's like, oh, there's too many people, too many cunts about. That's cool. Get your handful of friends. You don't need more than a handful of friends. You know, get those closest to you. Go and have an actual conversation. Have a beer, a glass of wine, have a gin. Serve yourself up some whiskey and some fun. And just get amongst it and have fun, you know. Feel the stresses lift from you when you have social interaction. Them must be the rules. But yeah, on that as well, just a massive happy birthday to Jess. Again, you know, little apple of my eye, fucking superstar. She's brilliant. I love her to bits. I love her to bits. Saved my life, that kid. Really did. She's brilliant. She's brilliant. And then obviously 11th of July. 11th of July this year. Get down to Maidstone. Get down to the Gallagher Stadium. Get your tickets. They are in the FC Granite Zero football team on their Instagram. Go and check out the link in there, or come on the day, cash. Get your fucking ticket. £5 a ticket, cheap as chips. Cheaper than chips. Come and watch a group of ex-vets serving police, key workers, get some friends of the show. Come and watch us take on Spurs, and yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. All in the aid for Rock to Recovery beer. Yeah, they're awesome. But yeah, 11th of July, Gallagher Stadium, Maidstone. Make sure you come down, check it out. Cheer if you want, or boo. Spurs, not Granite Zero. But yeah, as always, it's always a privilege to come back on and actually talk for a little bit. Still in the old school format. It is what it is. You know, we'll get guests on soon. Don't you worry about that. And as always, I've been Tommo. This has been the Granite Zero podcast. Catch you later. Joe!